Hi there, folks. My name's NovaWrap and welcome to the NovaWrap, your one-stop location for your simulation release news and goings-on from the week that was. So here we are on Sunday, the 29th of August, 2021, for another episode, and we're going to kick-start this week with a helicopter that I forgot last week. I do apologise to the Rotary-Winged Mafia for forgetting the latest release for Fuel Sim, but we're making up for it this week. So, last week we saw the release for X-Plane 11, the release of the Aerospatiale or Sud Aviation SA315 Llama. So this was a very early helicopter, but it became quite the workhorse for a helicopter because it was designed to operate where helicopters are most useful and effective. And of course, that's for carrying heavy loads in hot and high conditions in areas that are inaccessible to fixed wing aircraft. And as such, it actually holds, it actually held for 30 years. It held the helicopter absolute world altitude record with a flight altitude of over 12,000 meters. Like, that is absolutely insane. Now, this rendition of this aircraft comes to us care of Carmston Studios and Philip Ubben have given us a highly detailed rendition of the aircraft with high detail 3D model and custom 4K TV textures with full PBR support as well. Includes custom plugins via Dreamfoil helicopters, and with a custom F-Mod sound set coming for this as well. Includes a highly accurate flight model, including which is fully capable of auto rotation and has been tested and approved by real SA1315B pilots. As a variety of different customizations, custom animations, and full emulated startup and shutdown procedures with real centrifugal clutch management, turbine systems and modeling, and custom safety micro switches, as well as a variety of other features as well. Depending on the livery chosen as well, the gauges and the avionics will actually vary as well based on their local systems, whether they might be in kilometers per hour or not. So this is really, like, there's a lot of detail has been gone through here as well. So there's a lot going on for this helicopter. Now you can pick this one up if you want to add this one to your helicopter collection for $33 US or your original equivalent, available now from xplane.org. Sticking with the rotary winged theme and moving into the world of Microsoft Flight Simulator, this week we saw from Hyper Performance Group. I'm sorry, I still can't get over the name of that. Like, they went from Media Hype Train to Hype Performance Group. Anyway, so this week we saw the release of their not long anticipated, but their anticipated Airbus H145 for Microsoft Flight Simulator as entered their early access release for early backers. And they've released the luxury or the biz helicopter equivalent version of this aircraft. Now you can join as part of this as well. You can join in if you would like to get early access now, or if you previously backed it, you're looking at $43 US for this one. Now I've got to say that the textures and the visuals look absolutely incredible. But full disclosure, I do not. I have this helicopter. However, speaking with multiple users who have it, the consistent thing that I'm hearing unprompted from these users is that it looks fantastic, it looks pretty, but it is not a helicopter. It is not, has nothing even approaching a helicopter flight model. There is no momentum, no inertia. If you stop, it stops dead. If you try and put in any torque in, there is no momentum carried through. It just simply, you let go of the rudder and you immediately stop turning. So whilst I acknowledge that this is a early access product and it'll develop over time, it is interesting that they've believed that it's in a fit ready state to release with such an obvious issues with the flight modeling. But then again, I don't know, there's maybe, but who knows? Who knows? As I said, we will see what the future holds. As I said, it is still an early access release. This is not a final release. But as I said before, if you want to pick this one up, you can pick this one up directly from Hype Performance Group for $43 US or your original equivalent, available now from Hype Performance Group. I'm just never going to get over that name. Anyway, all right, moving on to the next release for Microsoft Flight Simulator, this time from a new developer, Azure Poly. So this time they've released their first aircraft for MSFS after releasing several sceneries. This time they're releasing their rendition of the BD-5J jet for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Now, those who may know this, this is the smallest jet. Well, for many, actually, I think still is the smallest jet, sort of human-flown jet aircraft in the world, and is interesting because the aircraft, the original BD-5, was propeller-driven, and then it was modified to become a jet. So there's two versions available. As I said, it's the world's smallest manned aircraft and makes a famous appearance in the James Bond movie Octopussy, which is where I first saw it myself. It is literally a jet engine with some stubby wings. Like, that's pretty much it. And it is a fascinating aircraft with some very unusual flight dynamics and flight characteristics. And sadly, it has also killed a lot of unexpected pilots as well. So it comes to us with a highly detailed 3D model, both internally and externally, for the basic gauges that it has. No glass cockpit here for anybody, as well as a custom flight model, which has been flown and checked by real BD-5 pilots as well as 5 PBR liveries worn by actual BD-5s. And if you want to pick this one up, you can pick this one up for $13 or original equivalent, available from Azure Poly. Moving on to scenery releases for Microsoft Flight Simulator this week from developer Pilot Plus. This week their release of their rendition of Bristol Airport. Now, this gives us a accurate rendition of the airport as it appears in 2021, with all airport buildings modelled, custom high-definition textures with full PBR implementation throughout, full support for dynamic rain on terminal and tower glass, custom internal and exterior and internal modelling of the terminal and control towers as well, with accurate and up-to-date night lighting, and with custom terrain mesh for the airport and its undulations throughout the air, runways and taxiways included as well. And you can pick this one up for $20 or original equivalent, available now from Orbix. Continuing on with airport releases, again, another Orbix release this week. We saw this week the release of Ketchikan International Airport in Alaska. So this is a really kind of cool, interesting little one, this one. So this is a great airport because it's both a fixed-wing airport and also has a water runway as well, because, of course, working in Alaska and flying Alaska, you'll need to be prepared for all sorts of conditions, whether they be waterborne, ski-borne, or off-road, off the beaten path. Includes all airport buildings and all airport layout as appears in 2020, with custom ground poly, custom terrain mesh for the taxiways and runways as well, along with a custom marina for the water runway and your water taxi point as well. A variety of custom objects all included, coming in for a great price of $7 or your original equivalent, available now from Orbix. Speaking of Alaska releases, so this week we also saw from Orbix Direct the release of their Alaska Mesh. So much like what they've done with New Zealand and the Iceland Mesh, this is a new mesh product to update the elevation data for the state of Alaska, including up the latest USGS 5 meter digital elevation mapping data has been incorporated and added into this product as well. It is a fully self-contained product and is designed to work with the base sim as well as custom add-ons as well. So you can pick this one up for $10 or original equivalent, available now from Orbix. In another scenery release this week from developer DC Designs. So they released, as of course we saw the release of their F-14 Tomcat last week, absolutely magnificent aircraft. As a follow-up to that, they've released their rendition of Naval Air Station Miramar, of course the home of Top Gun, Fighter Town USA back in the day. They've recreated it as it appears about the era of the movie, so probably around a little bit after the era of the movie, probably around the 90s, as we do have some F-18s on the ramp, along with the classic A4s and F5 aggressors there that we know and love, with the Tomcats that we know and love from the movies. Of course, we know it now these days. Fighter Town has, the Top Gun school has moved to a different field, and it's now a Marine Corps Air Station. But that is not the point. We're here to enjoy, to be able to be able to go into the pattern, even though the pattern is full, and buzz the tower. Now you can pick this up for free. This is a free release from DC Designs, available now from flightsim.to. Continuing Continuing on with an interesting set of two double release from developer Black Square in partnership with Just Flight this week. So this week the release of Real Taxiways. So this is an interesting. It's two products. This one. So this is called Real Taxiways USA, Class B, C, D, and non-towered airports, and Real Taxiways USA military airfields. So this to me was very interesting. I've become aware of it, and it looks much, in some ways, it looks very much reminiscent of the Rex World Airports product that we used to have for Prepared, where it aims to go through and update the signage and update the runway markings and the taxiway markings and all the things that sort of help bring life to an airport throughout Microsoft Flight Simulator. I mean, we've all come across the airports that we've come to where the markings are, you've got signs in the middle of runways, signs in the middle of taxiways and stuff like that. This aims to correct that. Now, it seems to, though it does have to do it on a airport by airport basis rather than being able to do it just sim-wide, which in a way is good, because it does mean they've actually gone to these airports and they've actually sort of removed the incorrect ones from their correct positioning and added ones more in line with FAA documentation. They've also overhauled all the imageries and all the models, or not so much the models, sorry, the images and the texture packs that go on the signage to make them more alike, and actually added in additional signage to indicate things like FBOs, run-up areas, and additional sort of features as well. So it's a really nice looking product for this one. It gives over 1,000 airports are covered across the two products. However, as I said, it does cover only US airports at this time. Now, it gives, as I said, it's all designed for each of those airports. Have been updated with the real world taxiway names, near real world taxi sign placement, with multiple sign variations across the board and used throughout, and updates of all ground markings as well for use on the taxiways. So overall, it looks like a really good product. It aims to be compatible with sort of the base sim. It does acknowledge that it may clash with payware and third-party scenery for airports if you have that, and it goes through a procedure in the manual to let you know how to sort of disable that, or enable it or disable it for certain airports if you so desire, so to make sure that you don't have any conflicts with any other airports that you might have already in your sim or add to your sim later on. So this one, as I said, looks pretty good. The price, I have mixed feelings. I'm not sure. I'm just, as I said, I haven't got this product. I'm curious to give it a go. I'm not sure if I will, but as I said, I'll be curious to give it a go. If you are wanting to pick this one up for your sim, you can pick this one up for $40 or your original equivalent from Just Flight for Real Taxiways USA Class B, C, D, and non-towered airports. As I said, you've got over 1,000 airports in this one. Like you get a lot of bang. You do get a lot of bang for your $40 there. The military airport version gives you 100. I think it's 120 airports get military airports get covered in the US and updated, including adding things like arming areas, military cargoes areas, hot cargoes, arm disarm ramp areas, Air National Guard information and stuff like that. So there's a lot of additional signage that goes in that one as well, but it does cover airless airports, and that one's coming in for $20. So I like the pack, looks good. Like I said, I like the pack, it looks good. Interesting that they've separated it in this way, and reading through the manuals as well, it looks like USA is just the start. The manual hints at additional countries being covered as well, and it looks like they might be doing the whole globe as well. So initially we're going to start with, obviously they're starting with the USA at the moment, and then we're going to move on to other countries. So I'm curious to see where this product goes. I'm kind of excited. I think I would have liked to have seen maybe a bundle deal, or maybe like a season pass maybe kind of pack. I think that's kind of cool, but as I said, I don't know, personal thoughts there. All right, but if you want to pick those up, available now for $40 or $20, depending on which pack you want, available now from Just Flight. Moving out of the flight simulation world, moving into the world of a very different kind of simulation, The Sims 4 saw some new DLC release this week with the release of their Industrial Loft Kit. Now, I really could not find much about this. I really couldn't. Apparently, it's a new kit, new sort of decor kit, designed to based on the idea of loft living in the oversized warehouses of Brooklyn and in New York. Yeah, I didn't realize they were still making DLC for Sims 4. I had no idea. Kind of weird, kind of cool that I found out that they did have that, especially considering Sims 5 is scheduled for next year. But hey, great. That's great that it's out there. So if you're into The Sims and wanted to do a simulated life, this could be the DLC for you. Coming in for $5 or your original equivalent, available from Origin or your favorite platform, available now. And with that, folks, that does now round out the NovaWrap for this week. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, as always, to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy these videos and want to see more. And of course, as always, you can catch up with me and all the things I'm up to between videos by finding me on Facebook and on Twitter and on Twitch. Just search NovaWing24. All right, folks, thanks very much for watching. Take care, safe skies to all, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.